You alright, son?
I see dead people. You're right, Gav.
Oh, mate. How you doing, son?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, all good. All good.
Good.
Just creepy little intro there.
Yeah. Scared the shit out of me already before we start. Oh, this is going to be fun.
Alright, so name of today's episode. What is the name of today's episode?
I'm going to say urban legends. However, keep this in mind. This is stuff we've got from like online stuff. It ain't like 100% urban legend. Some of them you're going to think, oh, it's totally baloney. But keep that in mind. It is a bit of a scarier one this time. Which might be as many jokes, but who knows?
Hopefully we try to be a little bit creepy because the weekend was Halloween.
Yeah,
Even though Halloween's gone, this is Monday.
But can I just say, with my household, Halloween goes from about a week before Halloween starts up until firework night. So we're still in that time frame.
Oh, man. I thought you were going to say Halloween starts from Halloween to Halloween, but
yeah. Oh, this should be fun. Right, Gab, before we start, I wanted to ask you something.
Go on.
Because this is a scary one. Have you ever experienced anything?
Experienced as like any creepy...
anything weird, ghost-related, might be UFO-related? You know what?
I think I've got experiences that I can't explain, and they're not scared me. I don't think it's anything like... you have experience and you tell people it's a ghost story, but you don't really know if it was or not.
No,
I've got a couple, but I think if we read out a couple of these stories, have you got any?
I got a couple.
So what we do, we read out a couple of these urban legends. I think we should tell our ones at the end.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I think that'd be better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. There's one that pops straight into my head straight away.
Yeah.
It's short, but so let's go on. You give me one of these urban legends. What you got? One of these stories.
Okay.
And then once we crack through these, then we give them make people wait about for our crappy personal stories.
Yeah, of course. So my first one is called the Bunnyman Bridge.
Okay.
All right, and basically, this is a popular urban legend from Virginia in America. During the Civil War, an insane asylum was built in Fairfax County, Virginia, and the residents were appalled by them building this institution. So the mayor actually shut down the institution like a couple of years into it being open. Now, when they came to transferring the patients to other facilities in 1904, some patients escaped and hid in the surrounding woods and forests. These individuals were mentally lost, delusional, and very dangerous. Most of them were found, except for two. A man called Marcus Lester and another guy called Douglas Griffin.
Yeah.
The local authority...
A.K.A. Hale and Pace.
Yeah. Right. The local authorities found a trail they believed belonged to them, littered with half-eaten, mutilated bunnies, hence the name Bunnyman. Okay? Now, this trail led deep into the woods and to a tunnel bridge crossing a wide creek. At the entrance of this tunnel bridge, they found Marcus there, hanging from the tunnel entrance. There was a note on his foot that said, "You'll never find me, no matter how hard you try." Signed, the Bunnyman. That tunnel has now been called the Bunnyman Bridge. The legend says that if you walk all the way down the tunnel, at around midnight, the Bunnyman will come and grab you and hang you from the entrance of the bridge. So that's the story. Now, there have been some strange deaths connected to the bridge as well. So there's been a young man from Clinton, Virginia, who came up the bridge while traveling. He actually went home, killed his parents, dragged their bodies into the woods to hang them before he killed himself in 1943. Okay? And then there were 3 teenagers, 2 men and a woman, who were at Bunnyman Bridge for Halloween night. The 3 youths were found dead, hung from the bridge. Let's have a look. with their bodies slashed open. All three had notes attached to their feet that said, "You'll never catch the Bunnyman." And in 2001, after hearing tales, 6 local students and a guide searched the area. They found many mutilated bunny parts during their search and left the forest after they heard noises and saw figures moving around the woods. Oh, so all I can say is don't go to Virginia.
That sounds like is that urban legend or is that I don't know. Crime. It sounds like a crime story.
All right, we'll call this true crimes.
No. It's cool. I like that. I'm looking down on my paper, thinking, "Must that's boring, man."
No.
But there is an urban legend about the Bunnyman.
Yeah.
You know the actual urban legend of the Bunnyman?
No.
Well, apparently, transporting insane. I've not got it written down.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to freestyle it. Transporting insane asylum patients.
Yeah.
It crashed. It sounds like something from Halloween because Halloween happens in Halloween.
Yeah.
The van crashes or the transportation bus crashes.
Yeah.
And some of them escape. Some of them escape into the woods and that.
Yeah.
And people have had sightings of a guy dressed in a bunny suit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And when you hear like a transportation vehicle crashed and there was a guy in a bunny suit, you just link the two together. Sounds like urban legend. Sounds like someone's pulling someone's leg.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's been reports that a couple they were driving on the freeway and they pulled over to talk, and a guy dressed in a bunny suit was behind the car. He walked around the car and he smashed the window in. So they panicked and they drove off.
Yeah.
But when they went and checked on the broken window, there was a hatchet in the back.
Oh, fucking hell.
And there's another one where a security guard come across a house being built, like a construction site.
Yeah.
And there was a person in a bunny suit wielding an axe saying nobody should be trespassing.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Hacking away. So that's what I thought. When you said the Bunnyman, I was thinking that's the Bunnyman there. One. But no, yours was more like a ghost story. I love that.
Mate,
I might throw my notes in the bin.
No. Come on, let's hear them.
Right, so mine's just a small urban legends. There's no backgrounds to this. These are just straight off the internet.
Yeah, I'm cool with
that. Babysitter and the man upstairs.
Ooh.
Have you heard this one? Yeah, you have heard it.
Yeah,
I'm going to tell it. All right. A couple in a large isolated house.
Yeah.
Put their children to bed and hired a babysitter while they went away for the weekend. When the babysitter was watching TV, they got a phone call saying, "I'm upstairs with the children. You better come up." Thinking it was a prank call, she hung up. The phone rang again and said the same thing. She didn't really. Once again. People playing about. They continued to call. And repeat the same thing. So she got frightened and she called the operator and asked them to call the police, because she didn't know what 911 was.
Yeah.
She asked the operator. So she called the police. Well, after she got off the call, there was some message. She got off the call. He called again and she tried to keep him online, but he hung up.
Yeah.
She got another call from the operator telling him to get out of the house. When the police got to the house, they found a man with a butcher's knife covered in blood from killing the kids.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some creepy shit.
Yeah.
I think that's that urban legend. I think that went on to create the film Scream.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
I think that's where that comes from, innit?
Oh, fuck that. Mate, that is creepy stuff. What would you do?
I'm upstairs. You know what? I'm upstairs with the kids. I think it just might sound harsh, and any listeners, don't judge me,
Yeah.
If they're my kids, I'll go upstairs naturally. Yeah. I'll be shitting myself, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But if I'm babysitting, I might be like, yeah, I'm out of it, mate. It's your mate from me. I'm upstairs with the kids, so you look after them, then, motherfucker.
Well,
why am I here?
well, you saying that right? Yesterday, my little girl came running down the stairs. I've never seen her so scared in my life. I was like, "What the hell's going on?" She come into the front room, and at first she didn't want to tell us. And she went to me. She went, "Can I just sit down here with you?" I went, "Why? What's wrong? What's up?" And she said to me, "Someone's been knocking on my desk."
Oh, leave off.
I went, "What do you mean?" She went, someone is knocking on my desk. Like, I was just sitting there playing PlayStation, and someone is knocking on my desk. Like, her desk isn't connected to like a wall or anything, so it can't be she's hearing it on the wall. She's saying it's actually on her desk. So can you imagine? I'm the one, like, you know me. I'm the biggest pussy in the world, and I'm like trying to be brave in front of her, and I'm shitting a brick. And I'm going, "All right, let's go upstairs. We'll see what it is."
You made her go up the stairs before you, though, didn't you?
No. I went up first.
Oh, you should have made her go up first.
She would have done that.
She's the one who made the story up. She's the one who should be telling you where it's coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how could you find it if you go first?
No, but I was.
It's her bloody desk. Like, you should have told her, go and fix your desk.
Yeah.
Fix your desk.
Oh, I wish I should have. I should have sent her. Been like, "No, you're fine. Go up."
So what, do you think that one's real?
Yeah, I can see that being real.
Yeah, I think the police come in and stuff. I think it's just straightforward, really.
Yeah, I think as well, for there to be movies set similar to it, it's got to be true, surely.
I don't know. I think if there's an urban legend that it sounds really good, then people can use it in a film.
Yeah, true.
So I think sometimes the more outrageous they are, the better they are for a movie. So
yeah, true.
But yeah, I think that one's real. In
America, it could be real because America's just fucked up.
Well, we've got American listeners here, mate. Man. Let's not isolate.
All right, I'm sorry, America.
Let's not isolate a nation here. All right. Go on. What you got for me? Man?
Right, I've got a legend called the Beautiful Hitchhiker. I don't know if you've heard this one, and it's basically a man was driving home from his country club dance late on a Saturday night. Out of the corner of his eye appears a lovely young girl dressed in a shiny, glowing evening gown.
I thought you were going to say shit.
Yeah, a shining, glycerin shit. Right. She was indicating that he wanted her to. She was indicating that she wanted him to stop to sort of give her a lift home. So he jammed on his brakes and motioned for her to climb into the back seat. He said to her, "Be careful, you're going to be all cluttered up because there's golf clubs and bags in the front. So just sit in the back and you'll be fine." He said to her, "What on earth are you doing this time of night out on your own? You're quite young." It's too. The girl basically turned around to him and said, "It's too long of a story to tell you now." However, her voice was sweet, so he didn't really ask much. She just said, basically, please take me home. I'm really cold. I'm tired. My car's broke down a few miles back, and I'm just trying to get home. I've been trying for a long time to try and get home. I live about 5 miles up the road, so it's not too far out of your way to drop me home." So the driver basically said, "Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind taking you home." He drove rapidly to her destination. As he pulled up in front of her house, he said, "Here we are." Turned around to the back seat, and the back seat is empty. He thought to himself, what the hell? Like, I was just talking to this girl. I can't be making it up. I haven't had that much to drink. Surely.
Was you the driver?
I was the driver. I was
I think you bored her to death.
All right, I'm sorry.
I think you bored her to death. You jumped out the back.
Yeah, exactly. He said, "What the hell? Right? How could this?" She couldn't have fallen. He thought the girl falling out of the car. So, he ran up to the house. He rang the doorbell, confused by what had just happened. He needed to know what was going on, so he wanted to speak to the person inside. When the person opened the door, it was a grey-haired, very tired-looking man. He turned to the man and he said, "I can't tell you what amazing thing has just happened to me. A young girl gave me this address a while back, and I drove her here." And before he even had a chance to finish, the man said, yes, I know. This happens several other Saturday evenings in the past month. The young girl was my daughter. She was killed in a car accident in the spot where you picked her up 2 years ago. And that's how the legend ends, apparently. Not really a legend, it's a ghost story again.
Yeah, ghost story, yeah.
But, yeah, can you imagine that? You're just picking up someone trying to be nice and friendly.
Yeah, that's a ghost story, yeah.
Yeah. See, mine are more ghost stories, I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, do you think it's true?
I don't know. I don't believe so much that I don't know whether it's going to sound dumb, but I watch all these ghost adventure stuff, and like they never sit there and just have a random conversation with someone. It's always like they get the weird Nigel or behind you or demon. It's never a full conversation.
Yeah, so I think because when they come up in let's for example this podcast,
yeah.
Where we're talking about it, we make it more exciting if we throw in certain words and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a boring story could be a more interesting story, if you throw in certain words.
Yeah.
When it's literally sometimes it could be told in like a sentence, not a sentence, but like a couple of sentences.
Yeah.
So you have to exaggerate a bit. So yeah, when you see these ghost stories, these people who come with houses and that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Guy walks through the house and it's dark. He goes, "It's really dark in there and it's cold." And I'll be like, "Yeah, no one lives there. There's no electricity. There's no heating." I went and might go and put money on the electric and the gas.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold out there. That's not spooky.
No.
That's being poor, man.
No, exactly.
Yeah, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got the bloody ghost hunter. He's going, "It's cold and it's dark in here." You're like, "Yeah, I know, mate. No one lives there, bro."
Yeah.
But because you've signed up for it, because you've invested into the program, you're like, "Fuck."
Yeah. Oh god.
Why is it fucking cold?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it dark in there? No one even touches the light switch.
No.
No one takes a torch. You knew he's coming here, mate. I'd have 20 torches, mate. I have my phone light on.
Yeah.
You've got thousands of pounds worth of camera equipment where you ain't got a torch. Leave it out, mate.
Still doing it in thingy.
Night vision.
Night vision, yeah, that's it.
I'll turn the lights on, man. I want to see these ghosts in the light. I don't want to just hear them. I want to fucking see them. I want to see if they're always in a Victorian wear.
It's like
they're always in old dresses. They always pick a century.
Yeah, yeah. Or they're like, "Oh, there's a person in the window." Yeah, it's called your reflection, you fucking idiot.
Oh, well, it's the next urban legend.
Yeah, let's hear it.
The next urban legend, yeah?
Yeah.
The killer in the window.
Yep.
All right. So, while a girl watched TV by the window, she saw an old man staring at her through the window.
Mm.
So, the stories ain't as long as your ones.
No, that's fine with me.
Of course, fine with me as well. Anyway, so a girl's watching TV by the window.
Yeah.
She saw an old man staring through the window. She screamed, "Call the police," while hiding under a blanket so he could not see her.
Yeah.
When the police got there, they looked outside in the snow for footprints, but there wasn't any footprints. Looking inside, they found wet footprints on the carpet leading up to the sofa.
Oh my god.
The police told the woman, "You're really lucky. The man wasn't outside. He was inside, and that was his reflection you saw."
No. Fuck that.
Just because you mentioned reflection, I thought.
Oh, mate, don't. Oh, that is rough.
So imagine you're getting scared of a reflection over there, and the person's behind the sofa sniffing your head.
Yeah.
Sniffing the back of your head.
Oh, mate.
I mean, what psychopaths sniff heads? That's something I do.
But surely, I know it sounds dumb, but wouldn't you be able to smell them? Like,
it depends where they are, innit?
Yeah.
If you're by the window and you see the reflection in the window could be far away.
Yeah, true.
That makes sense. So
yeah,
a small reflection.
Yeah.
So it looks like it depends what's outside the window as well.
Yeah, true.
If this is a brick wall, it's a reflection because no one could possibly stand there. But if there's bushes or woodland and stuff like that,
yeah.
If someone stood outside, the reflection could imitate someone standing outside, and you have no idea someone would be in the house. So
yeah,
it wouldn't make sense anyone being in the house. Do you think that one's true?
Yeah, I think it could be true, to be fair. But then I'd think if the person was already in the house, then her calling the police, he'd either would have attacked or legged it. So It's a weird one.
The killer wasn't there. They didn't find no one, did they?
No. So he obviously legged it.
Yeah. I don't know what he's doing in the house.
No.
The thing was, he was entitled to kill her in the window, but no one got killed.
No.
So, staring at her in the reflection.
But again, I won't be there. If that was the case where he goes, oh no, he was in your house, like hell, I'd still be in that house that night. I'd be like, no, all right, I'm going to move out now. I'm not even coming back for the clothes. I'm just leaving them. They can go to the next owners.
There's your little girl. I tell her, you go and check on.
Yeah.
You go and check if there's anyone upstairs.
Yeah.
Or we're moving. All right, then, mate. Go and give me another.
Right. So I'm probably going to butcher the name of this one, so I'm going to apologise now.
We'll just make up a name then.
It's called Hanaku-san. It's a Japanese urban legend of the spirit of the young girl who haunts school bathrooms. To summon her, individuals must enter the girl's bathroom not 3 times on the third stool and ask if Hanaku-san is present. According to the legend, Hanaku-san is the spirit of a young girl who haunts the school bathroom and can be... Let's start this off again. The details of her physical appearance vary across different sources, but she is commonly described as having a bobbed haircut and wears a red skirt or dress. The details of Hanaku-san's origin are also very varied depending on accounts. In some versions, Hanaku-san was a child who was murdered by a stranger or an abusive parent in a school bathroom. In others, she was a girl who committed suicide in the bathroom. All right. To summon Hanaku-san, it is often said that the individual must enter the girl's bathroom not 3 times on the third stool and ask for her. If Hanaku-san is there, she will reply with some variety of "yes, I am." Depending on the story, the individual may then witness the appearance of a bloody or ghostly hand, or Hanaku-san herself may pull the individual into the toilet, which may lead to hell. Or the individual may be eaten by a 3-headed lizard.
That's pretty random.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why they put
it was
that
scary
in.
until the lizard come in.
Yeah, I know. It just ruins it. As soon as anything like I get it's an urban legend, right? But to then say, oh yeah, a 3-headed lizard's going to pop out and eat you, it's just like watching Beetlejuice.
I mean, you could have picked something else.
No.
It was creepy. You know what? Listen, I'm the out sort of person where I'll be like, I don't really believe it.
Yeah.
But it don't offend me that these stories exist. I like a story. I like.
Yeah. Cool.
I like to wonder if these things are true or not. But yeah, that was pretty. That was it's supernatural stuff. Don't scare me. Yeah. It's mad. I like stuff that me personally, if it relates to people being crazy and stuff or people doing madness. Yeah. That's creepy because it can happen. It exists. These stories ain't. You see on the news and stuff. Things happen. Yeah. People do bad things, but when it's spirits, I just think that it just don't scare me enough. I think it's because I don't believe it. Yeah. I don't think I ever believe it, and it's mad because I've got my personal one that I'm going to tell at the end. Yeah. Is a supernatural one. Yeah. And I believe everything that happens, but I can't explain it, and it don't really scare me. It didn't scare me at the time. No. But if it was to happen today, it'd probably scare me. Which is mad. Yeah. Because I don't believe it. Yeah. So, but yeah, do you think that one's true?
I believe it's more like, do you know the story of Bloody Mary?
Well, I thought you said the Bloody Mary. I just thought you translated it.
Yeah. That's the same stories, like looking in the mirror, saying a name 3 times and something.
Yeah, I think when I was doing the research, there was like many stories of the whole in the mirror, saying stuff, knocking on the wall, that sort of stuff. I think that's the whole that's the whole go-to scary tale. Yeah, because you can try it. Yeah, I think the good thing about them tales is you could actually go and try it. And I'll be honest with you, I've never done the Bloody Mary thing.
Oh, I'd never do that.
No, the thing is, I'm sitting there saying I don't believe it. Would I do it?
No,
I think I would.
No,
I've not even done Candyman. Candyman's a movie.
Yeah,
I've not even done it. There's times I've thought about it and joked about it, I ain't doing it.
No.
I think I've said it 4 times. I said it 4 times. Like, don't lie, stop being a prick. I've just done this shit. I don't need to shit myself again. All right, here's one, yeah?
Yeah.
Short and sweet.
Yeah.
Like you. Turn on the light. All right?
Yeah.
So go in college is studying late. Actually, I've heard a few versions of this story, right? During exams, I'm going to change it up. During exams, lots of studying was going on. People were studying hard. And to celebrate the end of the studying and the exams and, you know, during college, to celebrate, there was lots of parties and stuff.
Yeah.
And, a girl returns back from one of the parties.
Yeah.
Now I've written down a few things here, but I'm going to just mix it up a bit. Girl returns home from the party.
Yeah.
Her roommate returns home later than her.
Yeah.
Returns home later. Gets in. Don't turn on the light. So she don't disturb her roommate.
Yeah.
Goes to sleep. Yeah. Well. In the morning, obviously opens the curtains. The lights are on. This is actually shown in a movie called Urban Legend. Funny enough, turns on the light, opens the curtain, and her roommate's been brutally murdered.
God, yeah.
Let's say mutilated.
Yeah.
More scary. Right? Her roommate's been killed, been murdered, and on the wall, in blood, is written, "Are you glad you didn't turn on the light?" That's it.
Fuck that. What? Oh, are you glad you didn't turn on the light? Oh, mate, that is wrong. Oh.
Yeah, I like the whole messages as well. I think that's a go-to with Urban Legends as well.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah, let me give another one anyway.
Yeah, go for it. All
right, so the main robber. This one, I like this one.
Yeah.
Is it creepy? Yeah, it can be. For years, people visiting Maine's North Pond reported strange goings on and things were going missing. Not just one person, but many different people with different visits were reporting that stuff were going missing. Camping equipment, food, flashlights, other camping stuff were going missing from their tents and surrounding areas when they've been canoeing and stuff like that. People said maybe there was a thief taking them, or maybe the ground just swallowed up stuff. Maybe it's just one of those things. But the first instance was true, and there was a thief.
Yeah.
In 2013, the games warden found a man living in the woods, living alone.
Yeah.
For 27 years, he was stealing from people and had been watching people visiting the site and the surrounding areas.
Yeah.
He was found to have been responsible for 40 burglaries, 40 robberies a year.
Fucking hell.
So for 27 years, this guy, and this is true.
That's mad.
Believe it or not, I read this up, and this is actually something that happened. Right? It's actually not even an urban legend.
No.
I think it maybe was an urban legend for 27 years until they found it.
Yeah.
So 27 years, this guy lived out there by himself. He used to watch these people, and I'm glad he just stole stuff. So I don't really.
Yeah. Could be the making of Jason.
No, but or could be the making. If he's stealing stuff, then basically he was using these people to live.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I'm not too mad at him. The guy found a way to live free for 27 years.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thought of someone watching you.
Oh, no, I know.
And waiting. And if your stuff's going missing, are they going missing when you're going fishing, or when you're going on a trek, or when you're asleep?
Yeah,
I want the stuff to be missing I want the stuff to be missing from my tent when I've gone on a trek. I don't want the stuff to be missing when I wake up.
Yeah.
Imagine someone sneaking on shit. So that's that one. That's the main robber. I don't even know how I got that one.
That's a good one. I like
tell your next scary story.
All right, so I've got a couple I want to talk about quickly. These are more about the London Underground.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if you know, but I actually used to work on the London Underground.
No.
And I used to work on the track fixing the rail.
Actually, I did that. You told me that recently.
Yeah. And basically...
Sorry, did you... Yeah, no, sorry. Go on, continue.
Yeah, basically, it was pretty creepy when you're down in the tunnels because obviously there's all the abandoned side of the underground you don't know about. Now, these are some urban legend. These are some stories I have from people who are like station workers, and even like people on the who's just sitting on a train. So I'm just going to go through a couple of stations near to us that hopefully might scare you a little bit. So I'll start with the Bakerloo line to start off with. And in 1833, a lady called Karen Collette took a photo of her nephew riding the Bakerloo line. When the photo was developed, Karen was shocked to see an image of a man in an electric chair in the window behind the little boy.
London's, man.
The figure was identified as a guy called Bruno Hampton, who was executed for kidnapping the Lindbergh baby in 1936. No one can explain how his image appears in the window. Not long afterwards, Colette accompanied a bereaved friend to visit a medium. She went to go and see a medium with her friend. She was waiting outside when the medium came out and said that she had a message for her about a photo. A man wanted to let her know, I am accused of something I didn't do, but I did do something else. So that's just what she says. Whether it's true or not, I'm not sure. Then you have the screams at Bethnal Green Station.
I think I've heard this one.
Yeah, so staff workers late at night in Bethnal Street Station have reported hearing sounds of children crying, followed by people running and screaming. And this basically dates back to the Second World War. And in 1943, the station was being used as an air raid shelter on evenings. One evening, as people run down for shelter after hearing the sirens go off, a woman and a child stumbled on one of the steps, leading to hundreds of people tripping and falling down the stairs on top of each other. A total of 173 people were crushed to death, including 62 children. And the screams they can hear are of the children being apparently the children who got crushed underneath everyone.
That's the haunting.
Yeah.
That's the relations to that haunting.
Right. Here's another one. A white figure of Liverpool Street. In 2000, a man in white overalls was spotted on CCTV at 2 a.m. standing on the platform at Liverpool Street Station, long after the station had been closed. The station supervisor, Steve Coates, went to investigate, but couldn't see anyone there. When he reported back to the line controller who was monitoring the CCTV, the controller said, "But the guy was right next to you. How can you not see him?"
Yeah, no, I allow that one.
Right. And now, the last one I have is called The Faceless Woman at Beacon Tree Station.
Beacon Tree, yeah.
In 1992, the station supervisor was working a late shift in his office, which was just off the station platform. Suddenly, he heard the door rattle, which usually meant a train was about to come in. Shortly afterwards, it rattled again and again, but no train arrived. He went out to investigate, and as he walked along the platform, he got a feeling someone was behind him. He turned around and saw a woman with long blonde hair and no face. It was just a blank where her features should be. In 1958, the Dagenham train collided just beyond Beacon Tree Station and left 10 people dead.
Oh, so she's a victim, yeah?
Yeah.
I was thinking it must have bad signal with the face. I would have went upstairs and done the aerial.
Right.
Yeah, I read these, man. These underground ones, these train ones are creepy because I think there's a because train lines are so old.
Yeah.
The train lines, the trains are updated now, but the whole tunnel and the underground's very mysterious.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
Because underground, and it's like it feels like 24 hour. Well, now some of it is a 24-hour network.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's so many war stories from it. So I think lots of them, and these are people's experiences, ain't they?
Yeah, yeah.
So you can't say if they're true or
no.
not. This is what people have experienced. So
the thing is, some parts of the tunnels as well, like I'd hear stories of where people would go out just to patrol the lines, and as they're walking, they'd walk past someone they hadn't really seen before, but didn't think nothing of it. And when they come back, because obviously they'll go one way, they'd have to go back the other way to sort of go past the same, like check the other side, and they won't see the person again. And people would just turn around to them and say, "Yeah, well, that's so and so. He used to work here, and he died." And that's probably what you're seeing.
Oh, allow that. My blood run cold. Right, so let's get on to something lighter, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's not lighter because it's a scary story.
Yeah.
Do you believe all that, though, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, big believer.
Yeah, I believe these stories as well. All right, next one, the suicide pool. Right.
Yeah.
Epping Forest.
Okay.
So at the end of this, I'm going to debate where this location is.
Okay.
A young couple in love were followed to the forest by the girl's father. Right? Let me start that again. There's a young couple deeply in love.
Yeah.
And they used to go out to the forest to, privacy.
Yeah.
One night they went out to the forest and it was followed by the girl's father, who, didn't want this relationship to be happening.
Yeah.
So when the couple started to make out, the father appeared from the bushes, from the trees, and confronted the boyfriend. They had a scuffle. They had a bit of a fight. Well, the fight got out of control, and the father ended up killing the boy.
Yeah.
By the edge of the pool. The pool? Where's the pool? No, maybe a lake or something. So that's back in my head. The water turned black. Wildlife died when touching the water, and bodies started to show up in the pool. They say it's hidden somewhere in the forest.
Yeah. So
there's this cursed pool somewhere. Because of this incident, this pool is supposedly cursed. I'm debating, is it hollow ponds?
Possibly.
Is it hollow ponds?
Let us know.
I'm trying to think of stretches of water I know about. I only know hollow ponds. There's one on the other side of hollow ponds as well, near the RS Lounge or Snaresbrook.
Yeah.
There's another stretch of water. Wanstead side.
Yeah.
I just come across that. You know what? It's not even scary. I just saw Epping Forest.
Well,
so I thought.
Well,
you think that's true?
Yeah. I don't know. Let us know, listeners, if you've had a partner who's gone into a bit of water and come out completely different, a bit weirder. It might be that pond. So give us a shout and let us know.
Yeah, any swimmers. I'm a swimmer. I wouldn't swim in. You know what? I wouldn't swim in. There's people swim in the docks. I wouldn't swim in the docks. I'm a swimmer though. I think I'm a strong swimmer.
No, I wouldn't swim in the docks.
I wouldn't. No, too many stories in there.
Yeah.
None for this podcast, but so many stories.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you another one.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, actually, this is the last one I've written down.
Yeah.
So we could have a bit of a talk afterwards. The licked hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it resembles another story.
Yeah.
A young girl was at home alone for the first time.
Yeah.
With her dog. The news says there's a killer on the loose in the neighbourhood. Now, before I continue this story, right?
Yeah.
Why would the news say there's a killer on the loose?
Yeah.
That's some Hollywood shit, isn't it?
Oh God, yeah.
That's some Hollywood shit because I watch the news and the amount of times I've seen people being killed.
Yeah.
Right. And they go, we're seeking for further information. We're seeking for witnesses. Yeah.
Yeah.
During that time, they could say the killer's on the loose because the killer ain't been caught. So they should say the killer is on the loose.
Yeah.
And maybe the news will be, I'm not taking the piss, man. I'm not taking the piss.
Yeah.
People dying and stuff. But they make the news a little bit more terrifying if they went the killer is still on the loose.
Yeah.
Then so you only say that in movies, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's continue the story. I don't want to mess about with the authenticity of the story. All right. So the news says the killer is on the loose.
Yeah.
In her neighborhood. She locks all the doors and all the windows.
Yeah.
But she forgets the basement window.
Oh God.
So we know where this is going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She's forgotten a window.
Yeah.
Right?
And it had to be the basement, didn't it?
Well, the basement, yeah. So she goes to the basement. It's another story. She goes to bed, taking the dog with her.
Yeah.
You know what? All I'm saying is that dogs are so underrated.
Yeah.
Right? The dogs will protect you. Right?
Yeah.
So take the dog with you. If you ever get worried, get a pooch.
Yeah.
They sniff out the danger. They sniff out danger ain't even there.
You know? Yeah.
Unless you like my dog and you just step over it. So anyway, goes to bed taking the dog with her. The dog sleeps under the bed, and in the night she hears dripping coming from the bathroom. Getting scared, she reaches up under the bed for reassurance, and the dog licks her hand.
Yeah.
So, the dog's still there. The dog's not stressed about it.
Yeah.
Go back and sleep. That's it. I'm fully committed. I'm fully committed to this behavior.
Yeah.
The dog ain't scared. I ain't scared. Right? The next morning, she wakes up and goes to the bathroom, where she finds the dog dead, dripping blood on the tiles. What the fuck?
Yeah.
On the shower walls, there's a message written in the dog's blood.
Yeah.
Humans can lick too.
It's again written in blood. Oh no, that's just the worst. As soon as it says written in blood, it's like, oh no. To know he's there as well.
All right, well that's my written one.
All right,
the ones I've written down. Let me.
I've got
a personal story.
I know I've got one more story of this, and I thought I had to tell this one because it's one I hear all the time, and there's very different variations of this I hear all the time as well, and it's called The Killer in the Back Seat.
Yeah.
So before I even go any further, you probably know the story as well.
Yeah.
And it's basically, I'll tell you the story it says here, and I'll tell you the story I've heard. So the legend involves a woman who is driving and being followed by a car or truck. The mysterious pursuer is flashing his high beams, tailgating her, and sometimes even ramming her vehicle. When she finally makes it home, she realizes that the driver was trying to warn her that there was a man, in brackets, a murderer or escaped mental patient, hiding in her back seat. Each time the man sat up to attack her, the driver behind had used his high beams to scare the killer, causing him to duck back down. And that's the end of that legend, right? Now, my one is the lady pulls over for a sec because she has a flat tire. So she changes the tire. She's not realized in the meantime that someone has climbed into the back seat, and she stops to fill up gas. When she gets to the gas station, the guy at the window says, "Excuse me, miss, can you come to the window? We need to talk to you." Yeah. So she goes to the window. Well, she goes inside, and he locks her in and calls the police and says, "We're doing this because there's a man hiding in your back seat
with a knife, isn't it?"
Yeah.
Fucking hell. The second story sounds more believable.
Yeah.
That actually sounds believable.
Yeah.
I saw that one. That's creepy as fuck.
Oh, I know.
I mean, like, who's going to get out from petrol after hearing that?
No, exactly. Especially at night. It's like that.
Even at day, mate. Even in the day. Yeah. Imagine you're at a petrol station, which is like on its own, and it's just one cashier.
Yeah.
And it's proper like the woodland and stuff like that. All the creepy stuff, all the creepy scenes for us.
That's where my head instantly goes. Like, I'm imagining it's just a random gas station in the middle of the woods, and that's it.
Well, I think the ones at night is always on the motorway, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no cars about. The roads are empty.
Yeah.
You're lucky in London because it's so busy.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't think you get any time to yourself if you went to a petrol station.
No.
Yeah, so all right, so I'm going to give you my personal story.
Yeah, let's go for
it. Just a quick one anyways. I remember when I was a kid, I used to have a bunk bed in my room, even though my sister had her own room.
Yeah.
Well, I think when we was very young, I think me and my sister had the bunk bed, me and my sister.
Yeah.
And my older sister had her room.
Yeah.
And then as my other sister got older, we had our own rooms. My older sister moved back with my mum and stuff like that. So I had the bunk bed, and I remember being in bed, and it's a short story, but I remember what happened is my bed would be, obviously, because I had a bunk bed, I used to sleep on the bottom bunk.
Yeah.
That was my bed.
Yeah.
When we was young, we used to put like the covers around the side and make it like a tent and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what happened, the door would open, my bedroom door would open at the end of the bed. So if my dad was to come in the room, I wouldn't see his face until he walked around the side of the bed and bed down. Or if I was at the edge of the bed, if I was up against the wall, because I used to put my back up against the wall when I used to play Mega Drive. So I wouldn't be able to see his face. So So I remember one time I was in bed. It was, I woke up in the middle of the night. It was a bit random.
Yeah.
And I remember the door opening. Yeah. And I just assumed it was my dad. Because my dad used to come and turn off my TV when I was to fall asleep. So I just assumed it was that. But it was dark. But the only light you had was a little bit of light from the window. And the bedroom was in between. The window was in between, like, at the back of the house. But it weren't the furthest to the garden. So it was quite dark outside the window anyway. So it weren't really a lot of light. And I could remember this figure walking around the bed. And like I said, I just assumed it was my dad. Right. Walked around the bed. Didn't see his face. Didn't bend down. And it literally just continued walking past my... Now, my TV's not on, so continue walking past my bed. And which was there, the wall. There's a wall there. At the end of my bed, there's a wall. So they walked round the front end of the bed, foot end, come down the side of my bed, and walked into the wall where the window is. And that was it. Disappeared. And I remember the mad thing was I thought my dad walked in my room, and I remember my dad used to cuss me for some shit. Yeah, right. He used to cuss me for some shit. So when my dad, I used to always pretend I was asleep. Here we go. Where's he going to me now? So I remember like seeing it and kind of like put the cover over my head and just closed my eyes and waited for him to go. But it never left the room. They never left the room. They walked in the room and walked through the wall. They never went back the other way. So I remember looking again and thinking, they didn't go outside. Like, and then I didn't scare myself, but then I thought, maybe they did go outside. And so then I waited a bit and I got up and went to the toilet. And I went downstairs and my dad was asleep. Like, he was asleep. He turned the living room into, like, we had two living rooms. So he had the front room, he turned that into his bedroom. I went downstairs and he was asleep, starco. And that was like probably like 5 minutes after. So I just went downstairs. I went and got a drink and I got a drink, and on the way back I just poked my head in to try and sneak. He was awake, he would have known I was sneaking. So, but yeah, to this day, like I've told people it, but it never scared me. It's only when I grew up and kind of understood supernatural stuff, and I thought, fucking hell, was that the experience? And my dad's told me stories about
really
stuff in the house. So like it kind of confirmed in weird ways. He had weird experiences. So that was my one.
But they say like when you're younger, you can pick up more stuff. Like when you're children, because you're so innocent, you can pick up more. That's interesting.
Well, I think when you're an adult and you see something was strange, I think they don't hang up. If there is ghosts, right? Now, I don't know about ghosts, because I think if there's ghosts, if you think of that billions of people have passed away over the centuries, and you always get someone from medieval times or them sort of times. Yeah. It'd be overcrowded, wouldn't it? They say they're lost souls, but then what happens when mediums talk to your family? No. Like, they're not lost souls. But I do think people have. I think it's something to do with your memory. I think sometimes you know deja vu. You have deja vu where something's already happened. So I think sometimes your memory plays tricks on you, and it recreates a memory for you in real time. But to you, it's there's not a being there. Yeah. That's what I think. Anyways, that's what I think. Right, well, I ain't going to drag that one.
No, don't stress. It's all good.
Let's talk about it a little bit.
Right, so what one? I ain't going to give you too many because random shit happens in my life all the time. It's just life. But
give us a good one that always sticks in your mind.
This one, I'm going to say this one because it's the most recent one. All right. Yeah, it's the shit one.
Okay, so it's the shit
one.
No,
so.
I was going to say I've had experiences but I don't really think about them because they're not, to me, they're not conclusive. That one that I had was probably the most real one that I could not explain.
This has been, I think, the most I've ever. Well, I'm going to tell you two actually. There's two things that's happened recently, and I can't explain it. In my mum's house, I've seen a lot of stuff, and I've been open with my mum about what I've seen, and she's aware of it. To the point where I've seen a hand pop out at me, and someone sitting on a chair. Swear to God, where a hand's popped out at me. But if I can't really explain it here, it's a case of I can show you where it was and how it happened, but I can't explain it because it's really weird. I've seen people sitting down on the sofa when no one's been there, And so it's just random stuff. Well, about 2 weeks ago, I was over at my mum's house, and I was staying over, and I went downstairs quickly after watching some TV upstairs, and I went down for a fag. And while I'm sitting, while I'm standing outside, in like having a fag in her dining room, I spot a figure standing in the corner. But this man is just standing there, like sort of. I want to say he's not watching me, but part of me wants to say that he was watching me because he was just standing there staring. Yeah, this is in my mum's house.
This is in your mum's house, yeah?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
This was 2 weweeks ago,
right.
Yeah? So we just had a story, yeah? So before you continue,
I know.
The phone call.
No, but I know the thing. No.
But this is normal, yeah?
I know there isn't anyone in this house. I know there isn't. Because, like, my granddad's in the front room. My dad's upstairs with my mum. My younger brother's in the other room. So it's all pitch black downstairs because my granddad sleeps downstairs in the front room. So it's all pitch black. I know no one's there, but I just see him.
I do see him.
And he's just standing there, like, he's got like a pointy nose. Yeah, like
pitch black.
No, but it's like a black silhouette. And he's just
Oh, so it's me.
And he had this crooked nose, and I remember just seeing it, and like it just. Do you know when you're that nervous to look that you don't, so you end up just looking down? I don't know.
Why are you nervous
because your mind. No, I know, but your mind plays tricks on you, don't it? So instantly you're like, oh shit! Look down. Yeah.
Imagination plays tricks on you.
And then.
Yeah. Whole feeling someone behind you or someone looking at you. It happens all the time.
And then this happened in work. This other one I'm about to tell you, right? And this one isn't major.
Oh God.
It's just something random that happened and I can't explain it. But do you know when someone walks past you and you can feel them walk past you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was on my line watching it and I felt like someone had just walked past me.
Mm.
And I'm thinking of it, like, do you know, you say, "Are you right?" So I turned around to say, "Are you right?" to this person, and no one was there. But it was like just an off feeling, like do you know when someone just brushes past you, you don't even think about it, and that happened to me in work, and I was like, "What the fuck?" That's
happened to me on line 6. Well, I swore blind that, and also I don't tell people because they got some scary stories, and I don't want to know if they're true or not. So I just tell myself it's my imagination, and also because I'm constantly listening, got headphones and listening to stuff. Sometimes I miss if the audio that I'm listening to is real because there's noise in work. So sometimes you can't blur the.
Do you ever feel like someone's calling your name in work?
No. But what I've had before, I remember we was on crew, and I was round by the line. I think I was the only line running, which was a bit creepy. And it's just way before that workshop was at the end of line 6, you know, the warehouse office and stuff. And one sec. Yeah, so I walked round. Sorry. I've got this mixed up. I'm there by the line, and I feel like someone's walked around to come and talk to me. Yeah. So I've kind of like just quickly done a bit of my paperwork and that. High vis, everything. Yeah. Right. So I've quickly sorted out my paperwork and that. I've turned around and I saw someone walking round towards me. Yeah. And there's no spin-off points like that door when you go out to the smoke, go out to where the trucks are at and that. They were in. They were by the feet where you put the FIBC bags. They were right there, and I was by like the metal sector. So I walked down. I've seen them. I walked down to quickly do my paperwork, just to make sure it's all cushy and stuff. And I literally looked up, and there was no one there. And I thought, did they come round and take a reel or something? That's all I thought. It was too quick. So that it freaked me out for like 2 seconds. But then afterwards, I was like, no, people are working there. So, of course, people walk around it. But I remember looking to see who it was. And I was thinking, was that the shift manager?
Yeah.
You know, was that the shift manager? So, Yeah, that was creepy and work. But like you said, these are just just strange ones.
Yeah, no, that's me done. That's me done.
Well, that's me done.
I enjoyed this. It's a different one, very different one.
Yeah,
but I did enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was cool, man. I enjoyed that. It was a bit. It was different.
No,
there weren't a lot of joking in it. We could have joked more.
Yeah,
but
gotta
super
be.
serious, Jack.
Yeah,
Super
on point like always. Thanks, guys.
Alright, so that was episode. Was that episode 6? Yeah. Kind of we was trying to go with a Halloween theme, so we tried to fix that, but we're not that good at being scary, so we picked urban legends. So that's that. So thank you for everyone who's listened. We've had over 500 listens to our podcast as a whole. So we appreciate everyone who's taken their time out to give it a listen. Even I don't know how it works. If you listen to 5 minutes of it, I think that's a listen. So it could be a bit of a not correct data, but we're happy. We're happy to see that people are listening to it, and we're happy if people stay tuned. Hopefully, you enjoyed this episode. It's something a little bit different. Something we're trying. We should be back to our normal,
weird,
crazy, strange.
Yeah. Are you
weird, strange? Random.
Are you back in work on Wednesday?
We should be back to that in the next one.
Oh, cool! I've got something to give you.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
No. This one is for the next podcast, I believe. I've just thought of it. I think it might be interesting.
Okay.
No, because we want to leave them waiting and wondering.
The podcast was over.
No, not for Wednesday.
There's a podcast on Wednesday.
This was research, bro.
Okay. Well, thank you for everyone who listened. Jack.
Yeah, I like yours.
I like
yours.
the stories.
I don't think I'll be able to leave the front room for a little while, but it was good.
That's good.
All right, mate.
All right then, brother. Well, we're going to sign this one off. This is episode 6. This was Urban Legends episode.
Yeah.
Urban Legends and Creepy Stories. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Like I said, hopefully everyone enjoyed this episode.
Enjoy.
This one.
Much love.
Shortly.
See you.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.